Hey everyone, and welcome to Boston Autoblog. Today, we're going to take a look at the 2018 Maserati Levante S GranLusso. But first, I'd like to thank Maserati of Boston in Wayland, Massachusetts for allowing me to do this review. And so, without wasting any further time, let's get right into it. In a time when crossovers dominate the market, car brands have to go through great lengths to set themselves apart from the competition. The Maserati Levante sets the stage for fun and exciting crossovers that bring character, luxury, and a sports car aspect to a segment that's seriously lacking individuality. Italian car manufacturers rarely go with the status quo, and often try a new approach to reach consumers. And that's where the Maserati Levante really stands out from the competition. Because the Levante doesn't have smaller or larger siblings in the Maserati lineup like BMW, Audi, and Mercedes-Benz has with their crossovers, its road presence is magnified and is much more impactful when passing by on a city street. From the front fascia with the optional adaptive bi-xenon headlights to the rear end that sports similar taillights to the Gran Turismo, the Levante's appearance has sporty qualities while also maintaining its luxury appeal. Unlike most vehicles in this era of fake exhaust tips, the quad exhausts on the Levante are functional and not just there for appearance. From a performance standpoint, the Levante S GranLusso is a wolf in sheep's clothing. Under the hood, the Levante S will get a twin turbocharged 3-liter V6 engine that gets 424 horsepower and 428 pound-feet of torque, and is paired with the ZF 8-speed automatic transmission. This crossover will go from 0 to 60 in 5 seconds, and has a top speed of 164 miles per hour, which we're certainly not testing out today. The second you put this crossover in sport mode, the exhaust valves open up with the sound of a waking beast. It could be argued that the Levante is one of the best sounding crossovers on the market today, and if the current performance numbers weren't enough, Maserati is going one step further. For the 2019 model year, Maserati is rolling out the GTS and Trofeo trims for the Levante, which will see a significant increase in power, with a bigger 3.8-liter V8 engine that's good for 550 horsepower for the GTS and 590 horsepower for the Trofeo. For the drivetrain, Maserati's Q4 all-wheel drive system does come standard, and for the S trim, you'll have your choice of tire sizes ranging from 19 to 21 inches, and you can customize the brake caliper color as well. This GranLusso we have today comes with the optional 21-inch gloss black wheels with red brake calipers. Taking a look inside, you're greeted by heated and ventilated Zegna silk and leather seats for both the driver and passenger as part of the luxury Zegna package, which also adds a silk headliner. What's not common on most Levante S GranLusso models is the carbon fiber trim that can be found throughout the interior of the vehicle, including the center console. This Levante also comes with the upgraded 17-speaker Bowers & Wilkins surround sound system and the driver assistance package, which includes adaptive cruise control with stop and go, a 360-degree surround view camera, highway assist, and traffic sign recognition. Once you're in the driver's seat and behind the heated leather-wrapped steering wheel, in front of you, in the center of the instrument panel, is a digital information display. On the S trim, you'll get paddle shifters, which are very easy to reach for when shifting through gears. Moving over to the infotainment system, you'll get an 8.4-inch touchscreen with navigation, Apple CarPlay and Android Auto compatibility, and Sirius XM satellite radio with TravelLink. As with other cars I've reviewed in the past, Sirius XM TravelLink provides useful information, such as local gas stations with their prices, movie listings at nearby theaters, and the weather report for your area. As mentioned before, you have a 360-degree surround view camera, along with your backup camera. Front and rear parking sensors and blind spot alert do come standard on all trims for the 2018 Levante. Moving down the center console, you'll find the controls for your dual-zone climate control below the touchscreen. To access the heated and ventilation feature for the front seats, you'll find the controls on the touchscreen. There are a few compartments for storage that you'll find in the center console. One up front that comes with a USB input, and the other being your center storage compartment, where you'll find plenty of room, including 2 additional cup holders. Commonly found in most luxury cars these days is the dial that controls the infotainment system and volume, and Maserati went with a design where 2 dials are stacked on top of each other. It will take a few minutes to get used to, but it becomes second nature once you spend enough time with the Levante. Next to the gear shift selector is your different driving modes, including manual, sport, and off-road. I was getting a bit mesmerized by the carbon fiber trim, and as mentioned before, that's not common on the GranLusso and is often found in the Gran Sport. For passengers in the back, they'll get heated rear seats that also have the Zegna silk inserts. In front of them will be 2 air vents along with 2 USB inputs and a 12-volt outlet. Dual zone climate control for the back is optional, but isn't present on this particular model. Above is the panoramic sunroof, so passengers will get some additional lighting, but also it's a great touch and is certainly something that I personally like seeing in luxury vehicles. It's not surprising that the Levante has a power liftgate, and inside you'll get 19 cubic feet of cargo room with the seats up. One minor detail change compared to other crossovers is that the button to automatically close the liftgate is found on the side, rather than the liftgate itself, which is actually really convenient. Taking one last look at the interior, many critics often complain about the details, but in all honesty, they can easily be overlooked, especially when you get behind the wheel and start to drive. This can't be a complete review without the test drive, so here's just a small amount of time I had driving this crossover. At the end of the day, I'm really glad I got the opportunity to spend some time with the Levante. It commands the road really well, and for a vehicle that does appear to be slightly big, it handles far better than I had expected. Obviously, I kept it in sport mode the entire time, and I just couldn't help but smile when I accelerated and heard the Levante's exhaust note. The gear shifts were almost instant, and speaking from a driving experience perspective, this was actually one of the more comfortable and enjoyable crossovers I've driven this year. This particular Levante is priced at $106,000. Many have questioned the value for the price, and that's something that's really up to the consumer to decide, as owners of the Levante have raved about their crossover. And from my time behind the wheel, I can certainly attest to the praises the Levante does receive by even the toughest critics when it comes to the driving experience. Once again, I'd like to thank Herb Chambers Maserati of Boston for allowing me to review the 2018 Maserati Levante S GranLusso. Their link will be in the description below, so you can check out their extensive Maserati inventory. I hope you enjoyed this review. Please like, comment, share, and subscribe for more, and I'll see you next time.